Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a should you melt this, and I have a lot of empties. This is about 3 weeks worth of empties, and I had wanted to film or record a video a weekend, and then I was like, okay, let me do it at 2 weeks, and the last 2 weekends have just been hectic, so I'm finally getting to it. So I'm going to try to go through this as quickly as possible, but it is going to be a little bit of a long video just because there is so much for me to get through. I also am going to try to go by vendor, but I don't have it organized, so it may not be. Probably not going to be by vendor. Let me just be honest about that. So let me go ahead and just jump right in. So this first one here is Teddy Bees. This is Weekend with Nene. This is from 2021. This is Winterfell layered with pink toasted marshmallow. Now Winterfell, is that like winter from Bath and Body Works blended with some other stuff? Gosh, I think that's what it is. And then I feel like that's what I'm getting. The pink toasted marshmallow. I feel like I get a little bit of pink sugar. It's just a really pretty kind of complex scent. Oh, I think there's like salty sea air in it as well. I don't know, it's a nice scent. I just actually finished this one off today. This was one of her chunk bags that she no longer does. I do like this scent. I might, if I get it again, I don't like love it. So if I do get it again, it might be like in a souffle or something like that, like a small size, because I do enjoy it. But I think I like Weekend with Papa better, which has the roasted pine cones in it. So anyhow, Weekend with Nene from Teddy Bees. And I do, talk about performance. So this is decently strong. I do find that Teddy Bees does well for me after a year or 2 years. Generally, that's when I get the best performance. To let her stuff cure for a while. I've talked about this before, but I know that is not the preference for everybody. Personally, for me, it's just at her price point, it's not worth it for me to buy her wax and melt it right away, because I just don't get enough scent throw or longevity. Me letting it cure, I get really good performance for the most part, and so that's just my preference. For what I'm spending, I want to make sure that I'm really getting the best performance out of it, but I know that's, a lot of people are not willing to wait that long. So let's see, I don't think I have any other Teddy Bees in here. Okay, I went ahead and organized everything by vendor, just because I thought, you know what, that's just going to be easier. And then that way too, if there's a vendor you do or don't like, you can kind of jump through it. So anyhow, that was the only Teddy Bees that I finished. It wasn't the only Teddy Bees I melted. This video is going to be long enough as it is, so I'm not going to do any non-empties. At some point, I want to try incorporating non-empties into either my videos, if I can do this weekly or at the end of each month, but I'm just not quite there yet because my schedule's a little insane. So let me do Dessa's next. I have a few empties here. So the first one here is Apple Barn. This is actually from the order I just received. This is Granny Smith apples, Macintosh apples, fall leaves, oak barrel, and barnwood. This one was kind of light for me. I melted it first. So this is one of her, I think she calls them breakaway bars. It has 7 pieces. I took 4 of them and melted them in my open concept. I could kind of smell it. It just wasn't really strong. And I feel like I was getting apple and maybe like a woodsy note, but it wasn't just very distinct and not very strong. So overall, I don't feel like this would be typical performance for Dessa's. And the scent's just not what I expect it to smell like, given the scent notes. Now, I know a lot of people raved about this. Maybe I should have just let it cure a little bit more. Generally, you don't need to let Dessa's cure, but every once in a while you'll run into that scent that can use some cure time, right? So this is one that maybe I would pick up again next year and try and let it cure a little bit and see how it does, because I know a lot of people have raved about it. But for me, just overall, not great performance and not really a scent that I was that excited about, but I think it's also because I just couldn't really smell it that well. I melted the sample I got from her in Smoky Mountain Berries. I love the scent. It's just such a pretty like tree, like winter berry, and it like a little bit of smokiness. It's just such a nice outdoorsy winter scent. Love this. I've had it many times from Dessa's and will continue to get it from Dessa. This next one here is a sample I got in roasted honey butter and bread. When I got this, I blended it with, because these are small samples, so I put it in my office with Santa's pipe. I got both of these when I was melting it. It actually did really well. Like this, the roasted honey butter and bread was like nice and strong. Her bread note, I love her bread note. I got that like kind of sweet honey, but not a cloying honey. Yeah, and it's not real strong in the bag right now, but these both did really well considering they were just like little small samples. And Santa's pipe is kind of like that cherry, fresh tobacco type scent, and really good. Now, I generally don't gravitate towards these like pipe tobacco scents. If it's in like a blend, I would like it, but I'm not creative enough to blend it on my own. So I did get this scent. She just had an opening yesterday. So I'm recording this on Sunday, November 19th. She did just have an opening yesterday. Of course I ordered. I did get this roasted honey butter and bread. So good. I think I got it on its own, or did I do it in a blend? I might have done both. I might have done it in a blend and got it on its own. I do really like it. And then this one, I enjoyed it for what it was. And maybe at some point I would get it, but it was just, she had so many scents, I kind of had to like narrow it down, right? Okay, L3 I have quite a bit. So first I finished this Bitty Betty in Lavender Mallow, Bath & Body Works type, Toasted Mallow and Vanilla Lace. This was just a nice kind of body care type lavender. This is from February of 2021. So this is a few months shy of 3 years. It performed well. I've melted a little bit here and there over time, but it was still like pretty strong. It was a nice kind of lavender with like a little bit of a body care scent underneath. Not my favorite lavender blend, so I don't know that I would seek out this blend again, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I finished a loaf from L3 in Dreamweaver. This is lavender cream sugar cookie dough bread. So for a long time, my favorite lavender blend from L3 was lavender Don't Cross Dreams. I did it in a custom back at the beginning of 2021, I think. Absolutely love it. I have 3 more loaves of it. And this was like a second favorite to me. But then when I was finishing this off recently, I was like, ooh, maybe this is now my favorite. So, you know, your nose just kind of like changes, I feel like, and I go through moods. Like, it's amazing to me how quickly and often my nose changes. But yeah, absolutely love this scent. Buy it again. I don't think I have any more in my collection right now, but I do love it. It's just a fantastic scent for nighttime. I finished a little bunt in green apple, sugar, cinnamon. Well, okay, is it green apple sugar, cinnamon sugar, and buttermilk pie? So I did really like this one. The green apple, like, I didn't get a lot of the green apple. I feel like I got some of it. I feel like I got more of like the cinnamon sugar. There was a little bit of an apple note in there. I don't know. It's just like a pretty fall scent, kind of like a fresh apple fall-like scent. So this was good. Again, I don't know that I would like go out of my way to get it, but I really did enjoy it. This next one here was a sample. I'm trying to remember where I put it. It's peanut butter, Danish butter cookies, pie crust, and waffle cone. Did I put this in my office? I might have threw it in my office along with another scent, but now I'm not remembering, so sorry about that. This was, I had only like half of a bunt left in this strawberry pound cake white elephant exchange. This is from May of 2021. I put it in my 2 office warmers and it was on the lighter side. Like, I could smell it, but it wasn't as strong as like I expect L3 to be. So, but I do love her strawberry pound cake. I do like her white elephant exchange. It's a really good, like, I think it's a vanilla bakery. She has several like really good vanilla bakery blends. I have this bunt. I'm trying to think. I think this was in a sampler. It's from October last year. This is Hay Leaves Cinnamon Donuts type. Absolutely love this one. It was such just a great fall scent. You got the leaves. I love her leaves. I don't know that it's, I don't think it's the Bath & Body Works type. It's a very outdoorsy leaves. And I think the hay just gives it another like layer of like earthiness, and the cinnamon donuts gave it a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of bakery. I actually really love this one. This is a blend I think I would seek out again, or possibly request like next year. This next one here is zucchini bread, vanilla wafers, warm vanilla sugar. Oh my gosh, this one was fantastic. This is from February of last year, of 2022. I'm trying to remember if this was like in a sampler. I don't remember. Love this one. It was like a powerhouse. It lasted all freaking day, like all day, and just reminded me how much I love warm vanilla sugar with bakery. Absolutely love it. I think her warm vanilla sugar is pretty spot on to the Bath & Body Works type, but just fantastic with the zucchini bread and vanilla wafer, and I can't believe it literally lasted all day in my warmer. I think I took that bunt and cut it in 3 pieces and put it here in my bedroom, my 2-bedroom warmers in my bathroom. This next one here is, again, another bunt. This is orange cranberry muffin, vanilla buttercream, and cookie dough. This was another one that I really, really enjoyed. That orange cranberry muffin, I feel like, was the dominant note in this. It was so good. It was just like a wonderful orange and cranberry, like kind of sweet, kind of, not fruity like berry fruits, but you know, that sweet orange and cranberry mixed together was just so good. Like a little bit of tartness with those bakery notes, like fantastic. Really enjoyed that one as well. And then I had another sample here, Drums of Autumn. I'll have to put the scent notes down below. I know this was a bakery blend. I put this in my laundry room and it was definitely bakery. I could definitely smell it. It was a bit of a heavy bakery, like maybe really caramely or something. I'm not sure. So it wasn't my favorite. I think that's why I put it in my laundry room, because it was just, I could tell on cold it wasn't going to be like a favorite bakery note for me, but it performed well. Okay, so for Glitterati, I have 4 chunks that I finished in 2 scent shots. Sorry, I'm just trying to move some stuff out of the way here. So for scent shots, in my custom, I got, this is a sample, Pink Sandalwood, which I think is just pink sugar and sandalwood. I really enjoyed this scent. I love the sandalwood in this. It just gave it a nice woodsy kind of note to it with the sweetness of pink sugar. I really, really enjoyed this one. I think I cut this in 3 pieces and put it in my 2-bedroom warmers in my bathroom, and it performed really well. So that's Pink Sandalwood. And I'd probably buy that again, and maybe with Janine from Glitterati, she's gonna go to a pre-order style starting next year. So if she offered that in like a souffle or something, I would get it. It's not a scent I would need like in a loaf, but like in a souffle size or something I would get. This next one here is Strawberry Pound Cake, Confetti, Cupcake, and Cotton Candy. So I got this in January of this year. It must have come in like a mystery box or something that I got. This was just a very, very sweet strawberry. So not my favorite, because it was just very sweet, very sugary, like feel it in my teeth. So it was good, but it wasn't like my favorite of the strawberry like bakery scents out there. I have this very old chunk. You can tell by like the color of the label. This is from May of 2017. So I think this was in a custom that I did in May of 2017. This is Lavender Strawberry Vanilla Bean Noel. I do love mixing lavender with like strawberry. This was very light though. I only had like half of it left, I think, and I put it in my 3 warmers in my 2-bedroom warmers in my bathroom, and it was pretty light. I could smell it a little bit, but didn't last very long. So I'm trying to, with my Glitterati, use it up a little bit quicker. And then when these single chunks that I get, wrap them in foil to kind of help preserve their shelf life a little bit. This next one here I got in January of this year as well, I think in a sampler. This is Cider Lane, Leaves, and Mac Apple. This is really good. I got like really all 3 scent notes when I was melting this one. It was nice and strong, like great performance. I think if you don't take any steps to kind of prolong the shelf life of her wax, I do really feel like it performs the best within a year, maybe 2 years. You might push it a little bit as you get closer to that 2-year mark, because I do feel like it's just not as strong as it gets older, and her wax is pretty much ready to go when you get it. It does not need cure time. I have a chunk here from March of 2022. This is Fall Berry. This is an example of when I didn't double bag it. I didn't have it wrapped in foil. And so March 2022 is about 1.5 years roughly old, and this one wasn't as strong as like it could normally be. I could smell it. I had it in my warmers and it was like a medium, maybe like a 5 out of 10. So I could smell it and it lasted most of the day. But so if you like lighter scents, that would probably work for you, but I generally like powerhouse scents. And then this last one here, this is from January of this year. This is pumpkin, peanut brittle, pistachio, and sugar cookies. This one was fantastic. This, I wouldn't say it was like super strong. It was probably like a 7.5 out of 10. It performed really well, but oh my gosh, that pistachio, I don't think I was distinctly getting the pumpkin peanut brittle, but it was like pistachio with just like this yummy bakery to kind of even it out. So it wasn't like too heavy on that like pistachio. No, I really did enjoy this one. So I would definitely get like pistachio bakery blends from her again in the future. Probably not, again, huge sizes, but like a souffle or something like that. What I wonder is when she goes to her pre-orders, if she's still going to do the chunks that have like the multiple colors, or if she's going to go more to a format of like souffles where everything is just like one color, you know? Okay, so melted mousse. I finished a couple things. Let's see, the first one here is a scent shot. This is from November of 2021. This is strawberry jam, vanilla ice cream, and marshmallow cream cake. That was either in a sampler that I got from her or when she had like a scent shot opening. I can't remember. This was a really good strawberry. Her stuff tends to have a pretty good shelf life. Now, I've only had her stuff in either scent shots or in these little mini loaves, and I feel like these types of containers help preserve the shelf life of the wax. But this was a nice bakery strawberry, and it performed well. Like, it was probably a solid like 7, 8 out of 10. Then I also finished this little mini loaf. This is in Castle Clouds, which is pink sugar cookies, coconut milk, and lavender. This is from February of 2022. This smelled fantastic. It was just a perfect kind of pink sugar, lavender. You got the sweetness from the coconut milk and the cookies. Fantastic blend. I would definitely get this from her again. Let's see. I melted a couple scents from Barrett Wax Crafts. This is from late 2022. This first one is flannel and vanilla-y. I got this because, so I generally don't like flannel scents, but I got a chunk from L3 a while back that had vanilla-y in it, and I really, really liked it, so I thought I would try this one. I had 2 chunks left of this, and I put it twice in my warmer in the laundry room, which was a hot plate warmer, and I just don't remember smelling it. So I don't know if I just didn't go back to the laundry room area or if it just didn't throw well. And Barrett is closed permanently, at least at this point in time. Then I had Cranberry Woods. I think I had 3 of his little shapes left, and I put 1 in each warmer in my bedroom and bathroom. This performed great, lasted like most of the day, so this was good performance. I love Cranberry Woods. I think that's a Bath & Body Works dupe. I don't know, I don't recall if it like smelled exactly like the Bath & Body Works, but similar, that cranberry, basically Cranberry Woods, you know, type scent. From I Heart Wax, I finished a few things. This was a sample in Home is Where the Heart Is, and it's in this like, oops, almost dropped it, 1.5 ounce type scent shot holder. And this is apple butter, brown sugar, warm cinnamon, and clove. I absolutely love this blend. It was so super strong. I've seen a lot of people in her group post about it. It's such a fantastic scent, but so strong and pretty spicy. So I feel like I would get this again, but with like a blend of like, do another bakery, a zucchini bread, something like that, to kind of just tone it down a little bit. But I cut this into 4 pieces and put it in my 2 bedroom warmers and my bathroom and my laundry room, and it was like phenomenal and lasted most of the day. So it's really like, I don't think I got much apple in it. I think I got all the like spices of like a baked apple. Just so good. Delicious, amazing fall scent. This is, I think, one of the ready to ship items I got from her, Cranberry Friendship Bread. which is cranberry cobbler, sweet vanilla, warm apples, strawberry, almond, spun sugar, butter, cinnamon, and sweet cake. I think most of that is the friendship bread with the cranberry cobbler. This one was about a 7 out of 10, I would say. I could smell it. It was strong. It was a fantastic scent. You got a lot of those spice notes. You got that like kind of sweet, deep cranberry note. It wasn't a powerhouse. Like I would have expected this one to maybe be a bit stronger, but I did really enjoy it for what it was. I melted it twice. I think the first time, so this had 4 shapes in it. I think the first time I took 3 of the shapes and cut them down and put them in 5 warmers. And then I had 1 piece left that I think I split up and put it in my office warmers. So to kind of see what would be the difference between like my open concept versus my office, which my office has really high ceilings, but things tend to perform fairly well. Like I think my ceilings are like 14 or 16 feet in my living room. Well, in my living room I have a vaulted ceiling, so it's like 20 feet probably, but my office is probably like 14 or 16 feet, but things still tend to perform pretty well in there. But this one was like, I could smell it, but it wasn't like a powerhouse. So, but it was good. This was a little sample I got from her. This is Citrus Explosion Clean Cotton Lime Margarita. I put this in my laundry room. Oh my gosh, this was fantastic. It was like a tiny little donut shape, no more than ½ an ounce. This sucker was strong. I got more of like the Citrus Explosion Lime Margarita. I don't know that I was getting the clean cotton. This was just very citrusy and fresh smelling. Really enjoyed it for what it was in my laundry room. And I actually might get this in small quantities again down the road because I think it just did really well in the laundry room and it was really strong. Then I had another little donut shape sample. This is strawberry white cake, wild berry cheesecake, whipped cream, vanilla wafer cookies. I put this little tiny donut shape in my office. This sucker was so strong, I could smell it out in my kitchen area, which is about 10 feet away maybe. Performed really, really well. So all in all, I'm getting like really good performance from I Heart Wax. There may be some scents that might need to cure a little bit longer. Like I'm still kind of figuring out quantity in the warmers, that type of thing. Do I do more? Do I do less? Because I don't really remember from when I've melted from her in the past. Like I do know I had great performance from her wax in the past, but I have to kind of get my groove with kind of how to use her wax and how much time to give it and stuff like that. But so far I've been really happy. Let's see, a new to me vendor, Lavender Speckles. So I melted a couple scents from her. This first one is Rory. This is in the pre-order that I did with her. This is soft pink chiffon blended with cashmere, musk, and sweet strawberry pound cake. This scent performed really well. So there's 6 little bunts in these bags that she did. The first time I melted this, I took 1 bunt, cut it in half, and put it in my 2 warmers here in my bedroom. And like, so half in each warmer. And then I put 1 whole bunt in my bathroom. My bathroom is really big, but I only really have 1 place for a warmer because I guess it being a bathroom, there's not a lot of outlets. I have 2 outlets. I have a double sink, 1 outlet on each end of the double sink. But like, it's a big bathroom and it has like a little toilet room and it has like the bathtub and it has a walk-in shower and all of that stuff. So I tend to try to put a little bit more wax in the warmer in my bathroom to kind of help fill the space more. But a lot of times I also melt a candle or burn a candle in my bathroom just to kind of help have more scent in there. So that first time I did this, I smelled it here in my bedroom, but it wasn't real strong and it seemed like it fizzled out fast. So remind you, it was like 1 little bunt cut in half. But the one in the bathroom did really well, like the little bunt in the bathroom. It seemed to perform really well in the bathroom. So then I melted it again in my bedroom where I just put a whole bunt in each warmer. And that time it seemed to perform way better in my bedroom. Now this was like a couple weeks ago that I melted this and I had just gotten it. So I have heard some people say they like to let their Lavender Speckles cure a little bit longer than the stated time. Because this is dated, oh, she doesn't have pour dates. I got it in October, so I think she put on the invoice that you could warm it after like October 24th or 25th, and I waited till after that point to melt anything, but it could be that, well, 1, I feel like I need to use a whole bunt in each of my warmers, and then 2, it might be that a little bit of cure time, a little bit of extra cure time might help as well. So but I did enjoy it. Great scent. I think the pink chiffon, the cashmere musk, and the strawberry pound cake blended well together to kind of make a new scent. So maybe the cashmere musk was a little bit heavier than the other two scents, but it wasn't like I was like, ooh, it's strawberry, or ooh, it's pink chiffon. It just was this very pretty scent. So I did really like it. I definitely would purchase this again. I don't know that I would need like a ton of it, but maybe this size again, because I did enjoy it. And I think I'm gonna melt a whole bunch in each of my warmers. But let me know what you guys do with your Lavender Speckles. Do you let it cure? How much do you put in each of your warmers? Just kind of exploring, you know, when you have a new vendor, figuring out what works for you. But I also finished this holiday wassail. I think I mispronounced this when I hauled it. I don't know what a wassail is. It's supposed to be a drink, I think, based on other people's videos. That's what I'm taking away from it. Kind of like a cider, but not a cider. But anyhow, this is warm cider with notes of orange, cinnamon, clove, and a hint of nutmeg. So this one I melted in my open concept. This was a pretty strong scent. I feel like it was like an 8 out of 10. It lasted a decent amount of time. I really enjoyed the scent. This was fantastic. Such a great fall or even like early transition into Christmas type scent. Had the spices, had the like warmth of the cider. The orange in it wasn't like a bright citrusy orange, but more like a fall orange. I don't know. It was a beautiful scent. This is another one I would definitely get like some more maybe again next year. So far happy with my Lavender and Speckles performance. From the bathing garden, this is gonna be a long video. I finished one clamshell in white pumpkin. I absolutely love white pumpkin. I will have to put the scent notes right here. I don't know what the scent notes are for this, but it's basically just like it's like a less spicy version of like a spicy bakery pumpkin. I don't know, there's something about white pumpkin that just makes it like softer, gentler pumpkin. Like it still performs well, but it's just like an overall gentler scent. Oh, smells so good. Definitely has some spices. This was a good performer. I believe I have a large clamshell in this one, which I'm happy about because I do love that one. I did a sample of Pirate Punch. This was, I don't have the scent notes. I'll see if I can find them. This is just like a fruity, kind of punchy type scent. I'm trying to remember, did I put this in my laundry room probably? And I'm not remembering right now how it did. Elf Sweat. So this is like a candy effervescent type scent. This is a pretty common scent you can see from a lot of vendors. There was a time that this scent was like super popular with a lot of vendors. This scent tends to perform well because of the effervescent notes in it, but I did put this in my laundry room, and just because it kind of gives like a little bit of a fresh type scent with that effervescence. So it was good. I think I have a large clamshell in that scent because I used to love it. Now I'm kind of like, meh, you know. That's why sometimes your nose just changes, and then I'm trying to be better about not ordering such big quantities of things, recognizing that my nose and preferences do change. This next one here is another sample from the bathing garden. This is Winter Flannel and Cherry Blossom. I put this in my warmer. This was like a really pretty, kind of floral, kind of clean type scent. It performed well. I could smell it in my laundry room. And my laundry room is a place, it's kind of hard again. Like I have several outlets, but there's only really one good spot for a warmer. And a lot of times the scents will come out of my laundry room and go into the kitchen living room area versus filling up the laundry room. So it's a little bit annoying. But yeah, this is kind of like a clean cotton kind of laundry detergent type scent. I don't know that I was getting any of the like cherry blossom, but it was pretty for the laundry room. I'll melt laundry scents in the laundry room. Okay, from Kay's, again, I did a lot of samples, I feel like, those last few weeks. I did several samples and one clamshell. So this clamshell is Autumn Crunch. This is apple caramel zucchini bread and pumpkin peanut brittle. This one was really good. This was like probably like a strong medium. Yeah, nice bakery. Her zucchini bread is really good. That's nice and strong. The apple caramel and the pumpkin peanut brittle, yeah, just a nice kind of like fall bakery type scent. So really, really good scent there. Then I finished a sample in Pink Evergreen. I don't remember what makes the pink note in this, but it does have some tree notes. It's kind of like a pretty, it's not pink sugar, but it's like, I don't know, there's like a little bit of a feminine note with like a tree. And so I put this in my laundry room just because of the size of it, and it performed really well. It like filled up the laundry room space. So I do have some clamshells in that one. I had a sample in Twilight. I feel like this is a Lush scent. This is a very pretty scent. I was actually like, ooh, maybe I need to get a clamshell of this. I think there must be like lavender in this, like a very herbal lavender with other notes. There was 2 little pieces, like it was cute. It was 2 little cars in this. I melted it twice in my laundry room, filled up the space, very pretty, gives the laundry room like a nice kind of herbally clean smell. I really did enjoy that in there. Also, I did summer linen in my laundry room. It was like 3 little flower shapes, performed really well in there. Again, this is kind of just like a nice laundry type scent. It's very pretty though. This is a pretty decent, it's not like overly detergent-y or anything, but it performed well. This is one of those scents that I could smell it coming out of the laundry room and like into my kitchen area. And then I also had a sample of roasted pine cones. I think this was a tree, like a pretty good sized tree, and I snapped it in half and did it twice in my laundry room. Her roasted pine cones, it definitely takes on a little bit of like, very like a little bit of an herbal or astringent or like kind of masculine note. And I'm trying to figure out, like sometimes I'll get roasted pine cones in blends and I absolutely love it. Particularly when it's with like a bakery and some sweet notes. So I don't know if those like bakery and sweet notes tone down that like masculineness of this scent, or if there's actually a couple different oils out there, because I feel like sometimes I'll get roasted pine cones in a blend and I love it, and sometimes I get it and I'm like, ooh, it's a little bit too masculine, too kind of clean leaning, or too astringent leaning. So this is definitely for me one that leans a little bit more astringent. It might be good in blends, but not my favorite just on its own, but it performed well. I missed an L3 one. I had a scoopable. Oh, and I missed a Dessa's one. Okay, sorry. So L3, I finished a scoopable. I didn't have much left in this one, but it is White Elephant Exchange Snooze Button, which is powdered donuts, vanilla wafers, white cake, vanilla frosting, sweet lavender, vanilla butter, vanilla bean noel, and buttermints. This is a great lavender bakery minty scent. Absolutely love this one. So I think I have another scoopable. I just don't like scoopables anymore, so I'm not buying them. I try not to look even at the scents that L3 offers in scoopables because I don't want to be tempted because the scent sounds really good. I just don't like having to touch the like gooey wax. Like, I don't know what it is. They perform fantastic. Like, scoopables are some of the best performing wax out there, not just L3, but a lot of vendors. But if I use my finger, I feel like it gets my finger dirty. Or if I use a second spoon to try to scrape it off, I can never get it all off. I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. So I have a handful of scoopables that I will finish, I will use, but I won't be buying scoopables again. So I don't know why I'm like that. Anyhow, from Dessa's, the one that I missed was Donut Bee Jelly. This is fried donut, strawberry jam puree, and powdered sugar. This is actually from March of 2021. Where did I melt this? Oh, in my office. Love this one. The strawberry jam is a little bit of that like tart strawberry jam. It's not my favorite strawberry, but with the fried dough and the powdered sugar, or fried donut, I think is what it says, I loved it. It was so good. It smells a little Play-Doh-y right now when I'm smelling it just in the container, but it definitely wasn't Play-Doh-y like when melting. But so that was actually a really good one. I don't know that I've seen her have that on her scent list recently. Okay, the next one here is from Candles from the Keeping Room. This is Palo's Strawberry Patch. So this is Palo Santo and then Strawberry Patch. I don't really know what the scent notes are for her for her Strawberry Patch. It's definitely not her fresh pick strawberry, but this was actually like really good. I wouldn't say this is a powerhouse scent. Like, I could smell it, it filled the space, it smelled really good, but it was like, as far as the strength of the scent, it was probably more like a 7 out of 10, but it was really good. I definitely feel like I need to make sure I'm using hot warmers for all of her wax. And there's a couple warmers that I use. They're old. I have old Glade hot plates that I've had for years that I'm thinking about swapping out because I feel like they're maybe not getting as hot as they used to. So the wax is not performing in them as well as it used to. So I keep telling myself I need to order new warmers from Amazon. I keep forgetting. But anyhow, I do love this blend. I know Carol is kind of technically closed now. She's retired. But I am going to continue to show the things that I finished from her because I have a lot of her wax and I will be melting a lot of it over the coming, I'm sure, few years. So from The Pharmacist's Daughter, I finished 3 souffles. This first one here is almond pumpkin cookies, and this is, actually, let me read the scent notes first. This is pumpkin pecan waffles, iced almond cookies, and warm vanilla sugar. This was really good. I don't feel like I got the pumpkin pecan waffles very much. I feel like I got more of just the almond cookie note. The warm vanilla sugar, I'm not sure that I was really picking that up either. It just was like a nice almond bakery. It had good performance in the sense that it threw really well, fabulous scent. But I feel like this one died out kind of fast, like after 3 or 4 hours. I just don't feel like it threw for very long. Now I will caveat this with, oh my God, it smells so good on cold. Maybe I'm getting a little bit of the pumpkin pecan waffles. I don't know, maybe they have a different pumpkin pecan waffles than I've smelled from other vendors. I will caveat this video with the fact that for 2 of the weeks, I was like really, really sick. And well, one, even though it seems like I have a lot, I didn't get through as much in like a week and a half because I was barely melting because I was like in my bedroom for like several days, or like for a full week I was staying mostly in my bedroom or in my office because I do have a family member right now that lives in the house that's immunocompromised. So if I was in the common area, I was wearing a mask to try to not get that person sick, which I didn't, so thank goodness. But so being in just my bedroom and my office, I wasn't melting in my open concept. And even then, there were several days where I was very stuffy, so I wasn't able to smell very well. I was trying to do like minty scents and different things. So, so some of these, when I say they seem to die out fast, I'm going to caveat this with, if the scents were just getting a little bit lighter, you know, after a few hours, they may have still smelled, but I couldn't smell them because maybe they were getting too light for what I was able to smell while I was sick. But it smelled really good when it was warming. Like the blend is a really good blend. Then I melted what's called Rich and Creamy. And this is Mac Apple Birthday Cake French Custard Marshmallow Fluff. This is a really good decadent Mac Apple bakery blend. I've melted this twice. The first time was in my open concept. The second time I finished this off in my bedroom bathroom. Fantastic, super strong, super long lasting. You have to like Mac Apple though to like this scent. It is definitely heavy on the Mac Apple, but you also get a lot of that bakery sweet goodness. A really good performer. I don't know that like I love it enough to get it. I feel like I do enjoy Mac Apple more with like a zucchini bread versus those lighter bakery notes like in that one, but it was still really good. Okay, one that I would definitely repurchase is called Hay Bales. It's pumpkin chai, hayride, and blue sugar. This was fantastic. The hayride and the blue sugar was just like a beautiful, like masculine fall with like some bakery notes from the pumpkin chai. I don't know. It was like, this was a fantastic blend. I actually even feel like I should like try to like blend this with other vendors. So good, like such a beautiful scent, really strong performer, really long lasting. So that was a fantastic one. From Waxidents, I finished, I don't remember which, it's like a little, it was like a thin, small snap bar. This is in Bazaar. This is Boom Boom, Cashmere Cedar, and Tahitian Vanilla. So this performed okay. It was on the lighter side. And then I just don't know like which one, like I love all of those 3 scents. So, but I feel like her Boom Boom isn't like other vendors, or the Cashmere Cedar. I don't know, one of them in here just was throwing this blend off. Like it was okay, but I didn't like it as much as I expected I would. And this was a custom, oh no, wait, it's called Bazaar. No, so it's on her scent list. Yeah, it didn't smell like the Boom Boom that I would expect. Maybe it was the Cashmere Cedar was taking over, I'm not sure. It was okay, not a favorite. Waxidents, I do kind of get hit and miss performance from. Some scents I'll do really well, and then some scents are like meh. So I kind of have to, like, I'd probably order from her again down the road. I just have to be careful of what I order to make sure it's like ones that will perform well. From Swan Creek, I finished one of their clamshells. This is pretty old. Oh my goodness, it's very old. It's from August 2018. Their wax is 100% soy. This one, Home for the Holidays, was a very heavy, spicy, like Christmas scent. I only had 1 cube left. I put it in my laundry room. It wasn't super strong because I think with it being 100% soy, it doesn't have as long of a shelf life. Now I have melted some of theirs that's been like 2 or 3 years old and it's performed really well. So I think it's kind of dependent on the scent. But 2018, that's like 5 years old. So this one just was there. I could smell it a little bit, but not very strong. But they do have good wax, really good performing wax. And they just don't have like a ton of variety, but there's a handful of scents that I absolutely love from them that I think maybe next summer I'm gonna place an order because there's a few summer scents that I do really love. Okay, my last wax, that's not a can, I do have one candle I'm going to talk about, but from Mainstays, this is Crimson Leaves. So these are the little skinny, kind of more like 1 ounce clamshells. This is red berries, fall leaves, and oak wood. Oh my gosh, love this scent. Love, love, love it. If I could melt this like every day. It's almost like red berries, fall leaves, oak wood. This is supposed to be a fall scent, but there's something about the fall leaves and the outdoorsy note that almost makes it lean Christmas. Or maybe it's the red berries? I don't know, but this is a scent you could easily do for fall or winter. Maybe it's the, or Christmas. Maybe it is the red berries. It's very like winter berry. Absolutely love this one. These perform pretty well. I just took both clamshells and did it throughout my open concept. It didn't last as long as I would have liked it to, but it performed, it like threw strong for about 3 hours. I don't think I got these this year. I feel like I probably got them last year. So I'll have to kind of pay attention to see if I can find these again in the store, or I would definitely like love if I could find a vendor that could get a dupe of the scent because I absolutely loved it. Just a beautiful fall, kind of like mix between fall and winter. I loved it. Okay, so for candles, I've talked about this, I think, at least in 1 or 2 prior Should You Melt This videos. What I'm trying to do is get through my candles because I have a ton. And some of them, I have just been throwing them in my candle crock and melting. But I also am now kind of trying to burn some candles in my ensuite bathroom, and just like I love the ambiance of having a candle in there, and then also sometimes it'll like perform really well. But so this one I was burning in my bathroom for a while. This is Winterberry Wreath. This I think I got last year, maybe on Candle Day, either 2022 or 21. I can't remember now. I feel like 2022, but it could have been 21. This is fresh picked orange, juicy blackberry, warm vetiver with natural essential oils. Orange, blackberry, warm vetiver. This is a beautiful scent. It's funny because I expected it to have like a wreath or tree note. Maybe that's the warm vetiver. But this definitely gives you like Christmas vibes. I melted it about 2/3 of the way down. It performed pretty well in my bathroom, but then when it got close to that 2/3 mark, it started getting just very smoky, kind of kerosene type scent. So I ended up putting in my candle crock the rest of the time. You can see it did kind of burn a little bit on this one part. And so when I take it out of the candle crock, I would just dump it out while it's still hot. So I dump it into my little plastic container that I put my used wax in. So this is a really good scent. I would definitely get this again. Well, I'm not buying candles right now, but I do like this scent. So if I could either find a vendor that has this scent, or if down the road I ever decide to get more candles because I used up what I have, then maybe I'd consider getting this one. So that is everything. I know this was a long video. Thank you guys. If you stuck through to this part, thank you for sticking through it with me. If you've melted any of these scents, had a different experience, had a similar experience, definitely feel free to share that down below. I'm definitely melting through a lot, definitely trying to melt through some of the stuff that I've been hauling, especially like some of the new to me vendors, so I can come back and share with you. So I'm gonna try to do these videos weekly. I think what I'm gonna do is try and do them weekly so I can do both empties and non-empties and share, like, so then that'll help kind of you guys be able to share more about like what I'm buying in my recent hauls, or loaves, stuff like that, the larger format that's just gonna take me a while to get through, because I don't like to like grab a loaf and then just melt through it really fast. I don't want to melt the same scent like multiple days in a row. I just need a lot of variety, so that just makes it take a while for me to get through loaves and stuff like that. But that I'm gonna try and do weekly. We'll see if I can manage to keep up with that. So anyhow, if you guys have any thoughts about anything I've melted, or any of the vendors that I've shared with you, definitely feel free to post those below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.